Welcome to Dragon Fist and Spiritual Bliss podcast. So we usually don't talk too deeply into politics, but I think that the way the country is right now, it's a good time to talk about politics. And I wanted to ask you the first question, which is, if somebody is stealing, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. But they're stealing for the poor, does that make it okay?
Like Robin Hood.
Like Robin Hood, yeah. Like modern day Robin Hood.
Well, people use this excuse of oh, I'm stealing from Walgreens or a big corporation, so it doesn't matter. But I think it matters for the culture. For the overall, we have a looting culture that I think, I don't know where where their morals are that they, and we're going to talk about AOC, I know in a little bit. She was out defending them, saying, oh, these people just need bread. But they're out looting Gucci and Nike.
So where does it end?
Do they need bread or do they need Nike gear?
So where does it end? A friend of mine is running against AOC for a congressional seat. And basically what he's saying in his in his videos is that, and this is why I'm asking you about taking it too far. Because some would say he takes it too far. Some people say the government is taking it too far. So in this case, right, he's telling me that New York City is paying $500 a night for migrants to stay in these hotels, but they were only paying $125 a night for actual New York City homeless people. That's number one. Number two, these guys are riding around on e-bikes. Where are they getting these e-bikes from? Wearing Tommy Hilfiger and Polo and nice Nike sneakers. Where's all this coming from? So is Eric Adams stealing from us to give to migrants so that they can have a better life? Explain the logic to me of how we get to that point.
It's even more disturbing than what you're insinuating is disturbing, but it's even worse. What it actually is we're paying for it. So the migrants that are coming are incentivized almost to $10,000. That's how much they're receiving in housing benefits. There's full towns that are popping up that are all migrants now. So up to $10,000 they're receiving, it's taxpayer money. So
right. So is it being stolen from us though, or are we willingly giving this money to them?
We're paying our taxes. We have no control over what they do. And it's funny you brought up the migrants, because if you were to take all the migrants that came in under Joe Biden, it would be larger than North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Vermont, and one other state combined. That's how many people we've brought in the last 3 years. It's an invasion, and that's why you have the governor in Texas just declared an invasion, and you have Biden trying to come down and take the wall down that he's building. He put up razor wire. Biden has U.S. troops going in and cutting it down. For what purpose? It's an invasion, and that's why you have the governor in Texas just declared an invasion, and you have Biden trying to come down and take the wall down that he's building. He put up razor wire. Biden has U.S. troops going in and cutting it down. For what purpose?
So what's the difference between a migrant and an asylum seeker?
Well, if you say that anyone can claim asylum for any reason, asylum is supposed to be if you're in danger, political persecution, religious persecution, victimization of some type of hardship coming out of your own country that you need protection here.
So tell me something I don't know then. So tell me something I don't know. The asylum seekers from before, because I know there's a bunch of different countries that are 100% allowed to stay, people from those countries are allowed to stay in this country, right?
Yeah.
And they have a certain immigration status that says that they're an asylum seeker and they could stay here for as long as they want. Are those people vetted?
No.
So the asylum seekers aren't vetted and the migrants aren't vetted, or were the asylum seekers vetted?
Well, see,
I gotta look that up.
It's confusing because now everyone is claiming asylum. They're just coming, they're surrendering.
But there were certain countries, though. There were certain countries that were allowed to seek asylum here. So let's look it up. Are asylum seekers vetted? Let's see. Refugees under consideration for resettlement are intensively vetted through multiple security screenings and background checks in processes that take on average takes on 18 to 24 months.
Yeah, so but we know when they come in and they turn themselves in and request asylum, they get a ticket